Manzoni earlier in this segment. We're hoping to bring him back up. He's on the ground there. I assume that is his camera there to the right, so he would be moving with those protesters. So we're hoping to be able to have the chance to talk to him again here shortly. Again, just these startling images. We've almost become numb to this because we just saw it last Friday. This is not normal to see in a downtown area of a city. This is extraordinary.
It's historic stuff. And again, this is the second week in a row. I would imagine it's even harder for a lot of people to close down their businesses in theory. But I would imagine the decision wasn't really that hard for most Minnesotans and most people that are showing up here. This now is not the time to stand on the sidelines. This is the biggest moment in Minnesota's history, and this is a giant moment in the country's history right now. And Minnesota is on the front lines of it. And I think the people of Minnesota again want their voices to be heard.
Yes, they definitely want their voices to be heard, and it seems like they're making them heard here for sure. Grace, what do you say we go to a commercial break, and maybe when we come back, we'll have Mike Manzoni available, and he can speak to us about everything that's happening there on the ground. What do you say?
I don't think we'll have Mike, but
okay.
we'll bring you guys more shots. But yeah, let's go to commercial break.
Sounds good. Shots of the ice out protest happening in downtown Minneapolis. Max, you were saying that this is really saw it last night at the Timberwolves game, a huge win over the Thunder, and the players coming out and standing with Minnesota shirts and wearing black and putting out that statement before the game. It felt like a kind of a rallying point for the community last night.
Yeah, absolutely, and absolutely, put belts to butts on the Oklahoma City Thunder, so that always brings a smile to the people of Minnesota's face temporarily. But it's back to business today with the Ice Out rally in downtown Minneapolis, and we've been bringing you the sights, but how about some sounds as well? So let's cut to the camera and bring you the sights and sounds of downtown Minneapolis right now. just tuning in, we're giving you live footage of downtown Minneapolis for the second straight week in Ice Out. National Shutdown March is taking place. We're seeing thousands and thousands of people pour into downtown Minneapolis, marching through the streets near Government Plaza. We're hearing chants, in regards to ICE. A lot of people joining hands and walking step in step here to protest ICE's continued and prolonged presence here in Minneapolis.
And they are loud too.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say I've ever been up close and personal at a protest of this magnitude. This is loud. There's nothing quiet about this.
Oh, it's a big crowd. You gotta
Yes.
you gotta get your voice across for sure. There's speakers, there's megaphones involved. There's all types of stuff happening downtown in Minneapolis right now.
Yeah, you saw a big truck involved in this protest. That wasn't just a Ford F-150 there. That was a large vehicle where speakers were on top, people were on top. I mean, this is a organized thing that they've got going on.
Absolutely, you don't get this many people downtown if it's not an organized event and an organized march. And again, people marching through the streets of downtown Minneapolis for the Ice Out March, second straight Friday in a row. No work, no school, no shopping. Lots of people in the streets in Minneapolis right now, and we're bringing you the sights. Let's hear the sounds again real quick.
No peace.
Welcome back here inside Studio 9. You've been looking at live images from downtown Minneapolis, where for the second straight Friday here in Minnesota, there is an ice out protest and a statewide strike day. No school, no work, no shopping. The only difference between last Friday and this Friday is that this one is nationwide. Now, this is all coming on the heels of two notable arrests that were made overnight, Ex-CNN journalist Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents, and a local journalist was also arrested here, Georgia Fort.
To be
and there was a
careful
press
not to let
conference
our
happening right
democracy
outside the
slip
federal
away.
courthouse. Let's listen
And
in.
more importantly, as it relates to today, using the federal government, taking the entire flag, all 50 stars and 13, taking the entire flag and putting that weight against the community members who are standing up for community members. Come on. With the only intent and purpose of intimidating community members. Come on. Yep. This is not the government we want. Come on. This is not the government we paid for. Yeah. Nope. This is not the government we will tolerate. Yep. I want to turn it over to Ms. Bowie, who has endured more than what she should have to in effort of the federal government to have a show.
Yes. Counselor. Come on.
A.L. Brown.
Bowie Lundy.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. My name is Anika Bowie. I am the wife to Jamel Lundy. I also proudly serve as a St. Paul City Council member of Ward 1. I come from Rondo, a community that was displaced but will not be disdained, that we are very resilient. I wanted to say here today, we see what democracy looks like. In that courtroom, we saw a mockery of justice. We have a federal government who has failed to protect their citizens, have failed to protect our residents. Jamil is not a criminal. Jamil is not dangerous. Jamil is someone who is standing strong, supporting his neighbors like everyone. Jamil is also on the ballot, and we do know that this president has a vested interest in suppressing our elections. We understand in a lawless country that there is no fair elections, that Jamil is standing up for fairness, for justice, for righteousness. When I think about this morning, how I was just startled, totally waking up startled, to an officer banging on the door saying, "Open up the door. If you don't open it, we're gonna kick this door down."
Come on, Queen.
And I thought about immediately calling 911 while looking at the officer reading the police title on his vest.
Come on, Queen.
And how even in the midst of this time, we do not feel safe. Someone who is a chair of the Public Safety and Community Wellness Committee, who have dedicated a lifetime to public service, dedicated a lifetime to showing up and making sure we're protecting everyone's rights, and have my own home be a place of federal invasion.
Come on.
Have my own home be a place of federal intrusion.
Come on.
My own home be a place of federal mockery of justice. We have a president who's creating a circus out of our country. They're trying to create an entire circus and show. But it's important that we show them our strength, that in the face of fear, in the face of threats, that we are going to remain law-abiding, that we are going to remain peaceful, and that we are going to show that we are not to be messed with at all. I come from a family that was once called criminals just for seeking freedom.
Come on, Anika.
I come from a community that was criminalized just for the color of their skin. We represent a community who had to fight just for the right to vote. And when I think about the duty that my husband has set out for this year, stepping up in a time of complete political violence. This is a state where our House Speaker, Melissa Hortman, was assassinated. This was a state that has killed 2 peaceful protesters. This is a state where we have seen a total obstruction of government, of law. But it is so important that we're showing up to support this Constitution, that we are showing up for anyone who decides that they are going to stand on the right side of history and be a peaceful protester, that their rights are protected. I also want to say, please pray for our family. When Jamil signed up to run for office, he did not sign up to be charged by a federal government. He did not sign up to be taken from his home by the FEA, FBI, and HSI. I've learned so many different acronyms. I can't even keep up with the acronyms. We did not sign up to be treated like complete criminals. Who he actually decided to be a lawmaker in the face of a federal government that is totally okay with being lawless.
Come on, Anika.
That is not right. We need to stand up. I'm calling for all the lawyers out here. Listen. This is a time where you use your legal credentials. When I was inside of that courtroom and I saw who was on the defense plaintiff side and who was on the prosecutor side, it was a clear contrast. We had women of color on the plaintiffs. We saw 2 black men. We saw women of color. We saw people with different abilities. There was someone in that courtroom was having a seizure 4 times. And I just want to say I appreciate the judge for recognizing humanity, for ruling on the side of justice, not allowing this moment, not allowing this president to weaponize her and weaponize her judicial duties. This is a time where if you are a police officer, for you to remember what you signed up to be a police officer, that you are here to actually make sure people are safe. And today, this morning, how they arrested him was probably the most unsafe way that they can detain someone. Like the legal counsel have shared, there was attempts for him to turn himself in. There was active attempts for him to comply with the law. But they did not want to see that. They didn't want to see a black man complying with the law. They didn't want to see a black man who's law-abiding, who's doing everything possible. They wanted to see someone who was going to be fearful. But Jamil, we know, is not afraid. The Jamil we know is not scared. The Jamil we know stands strong 10 toes down and he stands up for his community. The Jamil we know is a different type of Democrat. In Minnesota, particularly in Minnesota, the DFL party, this is the time to be a different type of Democrat. What type of Democrat are you going to be? Someone that's standing with the movement or someone who's on the sideline? We need action. We need protection. We need real policy changes. We do not need a business as usual. Now is not the time to be afraid. And I want to say something. I got a lot of calls. I do appreciate them. A lot of calls. Yes. Yes. They are here. They are here. They are released. They are released. Yes. Yes. Yep. There you go.
Adam Lorenz here inside Studio 9. You were just hearing a speech there by St. Paul council member Anika Bowie. Her husband, Jamil Lydell Lundy, was one of the 4 people that was arrested overnight. In addition to him, Georgia Fort was arrested, Don Lemon was arrested, and co-founder of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, who we've had on the show before, Traherne Cruz, was also arrested. And what you're seeing is extraordinary. Right in the middle of that speech by Miss Bowie, it seems like her husband, Jamil Lundy, Georgia Fort, and Traherne Cruz have just been released. You just saw it there live, folks. And that's why she cut that press conference short to go meet her husband. Again, you just saw news just literally breaking right before our eyes. You probably heard nationally that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by FBI agents for the role that he played in the city's church protest in St. Paul on Sunday, January 18th. There were also 3 additional people that were arrested overnight. Local Minnesota-based journalist Georgia Fort was arrested. Traherne Cruz, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, was arrested. And Miss Anika Bowie, who is currently on the St. Paul City Council, her husband, Jamil Lydell Lundy, who works for the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, was also arrested. And then Grace, literally right in the middle of that speech, and we don't have the camera shot to prove it, and there you see Paul Bloom, we don't have the camera shot to prove it, but I am fairly certain that those 3 individuals, obviously Don Lemon is out in California, but those 3 individuals were released right before our eyes.
Yeah, we think so. That's what, and we're waiting to see like if anyone speaks after this. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It looks like they're adjusting. You can see our photographer Scott Keller on there, but I think they're moving to maybe see if one of the people who are arrested is going to speak. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll of course bring any press conference relating to Georgia Fort or the rest of these journalists as it comes. But yeah, I'm going to take us back out to the protest that's happening in Minneapolis. I mean, the shots coming in are just pretty incredible. Let me see if I can get a good shot up for us.
And I think it's important to note here. So those people that were arrested overnight, 2 of them, Don Lemon, obviously ex-CNN anchor, and Georgia Fort, local Minnesota journalist, both arrested. And then 2 other more or less kind of community leaders, if you will, also arrested. Traherne Cruz, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, and Jamil Lydell Lundy, who works for the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, also arrested. And what you heard was Jamil Lundy's wife, St. Paul City Council member Anika Bowie, speaking, and then right in the middle of her speech, it appears, and we're speculating here, folks, and we don't know because we don't have a camera, but from our reporter on the ground, Fox 9's Paul Bloom, from information that he gave us, we're fairly certain that Georgia Fort, Jamil Lundy, and Traherne Cruz were just released literally seconds ago. We're going to try to bring you more. I believe that's the St. Paul Federal Courthouse. We're going to try to bring you more once we have more. But in the meantime, let's go back. You're looking at live images of downtown Minneapolis on your left and on your right. For the 2nd straight day, we have an ICE out protest here in Minneapolis. The only difference between last Friday and this Friday is that this is a nationwide one this week. Cities from across the country are participating in this. No work, no school, no shopping. For a 2nd straight Friday, ICE out protest. This one not just in Minneapolis, but nationwide. This began about an hour ago at 2 o'clock, and the people have mobilized. They are moving, and I know we have a chopper image. Unlike last Friday, it was just too cold outside last Friday to have a chopper image. And by the way, it's not exactly warm today either, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 degrees right now. That's the real temperature. Yes,
We're gonna
Grace.
listen. This is the shot coming back from the courthouse, so let's listen in.
This is Georgia Fort.
As I reflect, as a journalist who has worked in media for more than 17 years, I leave this federal courthouse today with one question. Do we have a constitution?
Or not.
No, we don't. Don't look like it.
I should be protected under the First Amendment, just like all of the journalists who I've been advocating for, too. I've been advocating for mainstream media journalists who have been brutalized for months. Do we have a constitution? That is the pressing question that should be on the front of everyone's minds. And so to everybody who showed up today, thank you. Please continue to support the other people who are being charged. Obviously, because there's ongoing litigation, there is not much that I can say beyond what I'm saying now. But amplifying the truth, documenting what is happening in our community is not a crime. And the questions that were asked a few weeks ago on a Sunday morning by concerned community members, those questions still need to be answered. And as a journalist, I am committed to continuing to follow the story until their questions are answered. Thank you so much.
just want everybody to continue to fight against white supremacy and institutional racism.
Let me get out the way.
And that's all I got to say. Georgia set it up.
My statements will be brief, partly because I'm losing my voice, but ultimately, this is a persecution of the First Amendment. I am running for office. And partly I'm running for office is to take risk, is to stand up for folks who are also being persecuted. This is a First Amendment question here, and I want folks to stay focused on that. All right? I will continue to do my work. I will continue to be in community. I refuse to allow Donald Trump to arrest me out of office. So we will continue to stand up. We will continue to be in community. Thank you all for coming out, and thank you all for supporting us. I really appreciate it.
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Excuse me.
Matter, right?
Welcome back here inside Studio 9. You're seeing extraordinary news literally happening as we speak right now. You just heard from three people right there. Minnesota-based journalist Georgia Fort. The second person that you heard from was the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, Traherne Cruz. And the final person you heard from was Jamil Lundy. He currently works for the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. He mentioned that he's running for office literally 15 days ago, folks. On January 15th, he announced his run for Minnesota Senate as a DFL candidate. Now, this is all coming in the context. About 10 minutes ago, you heard from St. Paul City Council member Anika Bowie. Miss Bowie is the husband of Jamil Lundy. She was speaking about her experiences of federal agents coming inside their home, the home of her and Mr. Lundy, and then those agents obviously taking him in, and then her experience inside that federal courthouse building where Mr. Lundy was, where Mr. Cruz was, and where Miss Fort was, and literally right in the middle of Anika's speech there to the people inside that courthouse building. Her husband, Jamil Lundy, and Traherne Cruz, and Georgia Fort were all released from custody. And then those words that you just heard from the three of them, they were outside the courtroom speaking to reporters for the first time since they were arrested overnight. Pam Bondi coming out overnight, announcing their arrests, and then you just saw that they were just set free. So a really extraordinary past 20 minutes that you just got to experience here on the afternoon shift in real time, seeing major national news playing out right before our eyes with live speeches from all these people and literally seeing their release happening in real time. All of this all happening concurrently with this massive Ice Out March that's taking place in downtown Minneapolis right now. You're seeing a chopper image there to your left. We weren't able to bring you that chopper image last Friday because it was too cold outside. It was negative 10 degrees. Right now it's 2 degrees. And to your right, you're seeing people marching on the streets, protesting ICE's presence in Minnesota. The big difference between this Friday, today, and last Friday is that this is a nationwide ICE out day of solidarity, they're calling it. No school, no shopping, no work. And this is all happening in cities all across the United States. And obviously the center point, the catalyst of all of it, if you will, is right here in Minneapolis. A truly extraordinary past 20 minutes that you just got to see play out there literally in real time. A big national story overnight about the arrest of these 4 people. And then you just saw 3 of them in real time being released right to us. Okay, these are live images again of downtown Minneapolis. That looks like tens of thousands of people in my estimation. People marching, protesting ICE's presence in the Twin Cities. People making their voices heard.
Yeah, and let's just listen in and take a look at some shots. We'll bring it up full and yeah, let these images and sounds kind of speak for themselves.
Adam Lorenz here back in Studio 9. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, these are live images and live audio that we're getting from downtown Minneapolis. On behalf of Fox 9, we apologize for any sort of vulgar or profane language that you may be hearing in this march right now. We are going to continue bringing you audio so you can get a sense as to what it's like right now in downtown Minneapolis. But again, we do apologize for any language that you may hear while you're listening to this. Back here in Studio 9. Again, these are live images and live audio of downtown Minneapolis. These are live pictures, and we apologize for any live words that you may have been hearing, any vulgar or profane language. Again, we're just have cameras on the ground and trying to bring you the sights and sounds of downtown Minneapolis. To your left there, that those people look like they are walking along Washington Avenue. I see that they crossed Marquette Avenue and 2nd Avenue, and maybe they're coming up on Nicollet Mall there, but that does look like Washington Avenue on the left. The right is a little bit more difficult to determine, but these are protests that are happening right now in downtown Minneapolis, a national day of action. Organizers say that over 500 businesses locally here in the Twin Cities have signed on to either close or take part in solidarity actions. Earlier today at noon, First Avenue hosted a benefit concert for the families of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, Tom Morello, Rise Against, and Bruce Springsteen, the boss, all performed at First Avenue. Bruce Springsteen performing his brand new song that he just released this week, Streets of Minneapolis. So that was a sold out show of all of that. Again, live images that we're looking at here. So many different layers to this story, so much to unpack here. Of course, there's the Washington, D.C. angle of this. A government shutdown, a partial government shutdown looming at 11 p.m. Central Time tonight. If lawmakers there are not able to pass a bill, and it doesn't really look like they're going to be able to do that with the House of Representatives being out of session until Monday. Again, the big sticking point there is DHS funding. This deal comes yesterday. Democrats voted to block legislation to fund DHS. They are looking, Democrats that is, in Congress, senators, are looking for changes to the code of conduct and body camera requirements of ICE agents.
And it looks like this is the end of the march that we're seeing here. It's kind of interesting. We saw most of it come through, but I'll take us out to a shot where they're marching along, like you said earlier, on Washington Avenue, too.
Yep.
ICE agents! Jail killer ICE agents! Arrest Jonathan Ross! Arrest Jonathan Ross! Arrest Jonathan Ross! I say justice for, you say Renee Young, justice for? Justice for? Justice for? I say justice for, you say Alex Reddy, justice for? Justice for? Justice for? Justice for? Justice for?
Live pictures right now alongside Washington Avenue in downtown Minneapolis, where protesters have gathered for a second straight Friday for an ICE Out March. This is a national day of action, not just taking place here in Minneapolis. Cities across the country, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, all participating in today's National Day of Action. And we're seeing, it looks like almost 10,000 people in downtown Minneapolis marching, chanting, trying to call for ICE to leave the state of Minnesota. So many different layers to this story that we've been bringing to you in real time. So many different things that have happened that have led us to this point. But here we are again on this 2-degree day. Not exactly a warm day. We had a negative 10 degrees last Friday. Still very cold outside, but a large turnout in downtown Minneapolis, all taking place. If you've been staying with us here for the last hour and a half or so, you saw extraordinary news happen in real time. One big storyline that took place overnight were the arrests of 4 people. Journalist Don Lemon, the former CNN host, local Minnesota-based journalist Georgia Fort, Black Lives Matter Minnesota co-founder Traherne Cruz, and Jamil Lydell Lundy, who works for the Hennepin County's Attorney's Office, and just 15 days ago announced his run for the Minnesota Senate as a DFL candidate. All 4 of those people were arrested overnight in conjunction with the roles that they played at the city's church protest in St. Paul on Sunday, January 18th. That protest took place because of the pastor of that church, of the city's church, David Easterwood, is alleged to be employed by DHS and an acting field director for ICE. So there were people that went into the church to protest that, and there were arrests that were made. Just yesterday, you heard from 2 notable people that were arrested last Thursday in conjunction to that. And I'm going to get these names here shortly. There's just been so much that's been taking place. Nikema Levy-Armstrong and Chantel Allen. They both spoke publicly for the first time yesterday, and then just hours after they spoke, these 4 people were arrested. While that was all taking place, and about 40 minutes ago, you heard from St. Paul City Council member Anika Bowie. She was speaking about her experience in the courtroom. She's married to Jamil Lundy, one of those 4 people that was arrested. She was talking about the FBI coming into their home, apprehending Mr. Lundy, taking him into custody, and her experience inside that courtroom. In the middle of her speech, while she was talking about all the events that have transpired for her over the course of this Friday, January 30th, there was a loud roar inside that court building, and we were notified by our good friend and Fox 9's Paul Bloom that Jamil Lundy, Traherne Cruz, and the journalist Georgia Fort were all released. And about 10 minutes after that, we heard from all 3 of those people speaking in real time. The status of Don Lemon, we're unsure. He was not arrested here in the state of Minnesota. He was actually arrested in Los Angeles. Mr. Lemon there covering the Grammy Awards taking place on Sunday this weekend. But those 3 people all arrested in Minnesota, and we saw it take place literally in real time right here on the afternoon shift, their release, and then the first statements that they made since being released from custody. So like I said, so much to unpack here, so many different storylines that have taken place to lead us to the march that is currently happening right now in downtown Minneapolis. Again, these are live images from Washington Avenue. These are streets. If you know downtown Minneapolis, you know these streets very, very well, of these protesters that are marching, asking for ICE to leave the state of Minnesota. This march really starting up around 2 o'clock. And since it started, It just seems that the crowd has grown bigger and bigger and bigger since they have started at 2 o'clock.
I just want to fill people in really quick. What we're seeing here, what we're seeing here on the left is Minneapolis, on the right is New York City.
Okay. Yep, so just like Grace said, and we're working with our colleagues and friends over at Fox 5 New York. Thank you for all the images that they're providing for us from New York. New York hit with a lot of snow last weekend, and there you see the snow on the ground. And this is one of the cities participating in this National Day of Action, cities across the country that are marching in solidarity with our fellow citizens here in the Twin Cities, asking for ICE to leave, not just the state of Minnesota, but for ICE to leave every state, frankly. So there you have live images. That is Lower Manhattan, folks. That is the federal courthouse building there to your right. And this is not far from the Brooklyn Bridge, not far from New York City Hall. A large group of people asking for ICE to leave.
And I got a rock to fit.
What control room? Definitely over 2,000 people. They're still rallying here in the center of downtown. Everyone with signs. It's cold. No, I have yet to see one. Everyone's what? Yeah. It's been a long march downtown. Usual traffic stops for them to get across, and everything going good. Is that all again? Yeah, it's sort of. I guess they had a rally at the courthouse a little prior to this. So yeah, a little over 2 hours.
Welcome back here inside Studio 9. Again, you've been looking at live images of the protests happening in downtown Minneapolis. That last image that you're looking at looks like the Commons, a space right outside U.S. Bank Stadium where a bunch of people have congregated. One person that's out on the streets of downtown Minneapolis is my co-host, Max Fuller. Max, what's going on out there?
Hey, what's good, Adam? How's it going?
It's well. Tell us what you're seeing, everything.
I'm seeing tons of people. I went to Government Plaza, but by the time, the people move fast out here, Adam, by the time that I got to Government Plaza, the party had already moved. So I'm headed with rapid pace and haste over to where everything's going down here near U.S. Bank Stadium. I'm seeing a big gathering of people. I'm just kind of going the opposite of the way that a bunch of people are leaving. A bunch of people have been out here since 2, stopping before that for hours. So they're going in, checking out for the shift. And, now I'm getting to, there's tons and tons of people out here over by U.S. Bank Stadium.
Yeah. I think they're gathered around the Commons area. Man, just from the images that we've been seeing, it looks like, if not maybe as many as last Friday, certainly tens of thousands of people out on the streets. You think that that's accurate?
Yeah, there's thousands of people that I've seen already, and I haven't even been, again, in the popular part of town. Of course, right when I flip the camera, that's when the train wants to go ahead and roll by. But there's lots of people over here. I'm getting ready to head right into the thick of it. All types of signs, all types of people. And again, as many people as I'm seeing leave, I'm seeing that many people head this way.
Yeah.
Now I'm right by your favorite truck. Before I cross the street over here. All right, here I am, right outside. Everything going down. Let me try to give you guys a little live. And then color right here. Woo! It is icy out here, y'all.
This is the live camera of Max Fuller here, who's downtown Minneapolis. Looks like he's near the Commons, where a bunch of people have gathered for this Ice Out protest and Ice Out March. It seems like that has been the gathering space. Max, can you tell us what you're seeing out there?
Yeah, I'm seeing all different kinds of people. I'm right in front of a truck here that's got a bunch of speakers up here and a bunch of speakers, literal people talking and people amplifying it to the crowd out here. And again, there is just thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Max, it's Grace. How cold is it out there? Is it like feeling like it super chilly?
Today.
Let me see if I can go get you guys another angle over here.
The American people do not know about this.
You're seeing some people there in green vestments. Either those are police or other people just trying to kind of keep some order with the crowd that's growing there. But it seems very peaceful. Yeah, Max. It doesn't look like there's any sort of
100%.
Yes.
100% peaceful out here. Everybody just standing in solidarity. Thousands of people. This crowd goes down for several blocks here as everybody gathers here to protest ICE's presence in Minneapolis.
Again, if you know the streets of downtown Minneapolis, you know the Commons right outside US Bank Stadium, and that's where our two cameras are. That's a Fox 9 camera to the left, and that's the cell phone of Max Fuller to the right, who's on the ground. Sounds like somebody's making a speech on that truck there.
Yeah, there's a speaker speaking right now.
But Minnesota, once again, we have been tested.
Talking about how Minnesota showed up big time once again for the second week in a row.
For the fight for our democracy.
I don't want to speculate too much, but that sounds like the voice of CARE Minnesota Executive Director Jelani Hussein. I can't confirm that, but it sounds like his voice from the number of times we've heard him speak.
For sure. Let me try to go get you a different angle, brother.
We have been fighting for the last 6 years, and we have been ready for this moment. ICE may have not been ready for us. And that is why today I am declaring to all of you that winning, we are winning, we are winning, we are winning, we are winning.
We have to make the transformations
What they do
necessary.
not know is that if you corner a Minnesotan, that it is coming from the fighting back, for their immigrant neighbors, will fight back for the Constitution, will fight back against any tyranny, any fascism.
The students,
And Minnesotans are fighting back with our youth. I want to give a shout out to all the young leaders, all the young people. people who are out during the day and night, standing up for their neighbors.
It is cold, it is
I do believe that is Jelani
thousands
Cobb's
of us
speaking.
here.
Yep.
So, we're gonna march
the
forward
community.
to
But there's
that
a lot
corner,
of
the northeast corner.
and a lot
There
of
are
Alex
marshals
Reddy
with
on
yellow
every
bands are gonna
corner,
help
on
everybody
every
through the
street
snow,
here in
through the
Minnesota
ice,
and
and through the
across this
pathways.
country.
We have to be careful, we have to move carefully, but we're gonna go on march, am I right?
And what the federal government does not know is they cannot arrest all of us.
The people, united, will never be defeated.
As many of you know, this morning you woke up to the news
Never be
of the
defeated.
Constitution when they arrested two black journalists, Don Lemon and Georgia Ford. Shame.
You're hearing the voice of CAIR Minnesota Director, CAIR, C-A-I-R, the Council on American Islamic Relations, their Executive Director, Jelani Hussein, delivering a speech
all
here.
over this country, and we have a message to all journalists in this moment. Stand up with your colleagues. Stand up for the First Amendment. Stand up on this moment. Well, I also have some good news. I just came from the federal courthouse, and both Georgia Ford has been released. And also they took many of our leaders, as you know, Jamel Lundy, who's also running for state senate, as well as also one of our longest activists, Trey Cruz, and both of them are out and free at this moment.
You're hearing Mr. Hussein speak of the things that you saw happen in real time live here on the afternoon shift at about 2:50 p.m. The release of Georgia Ford, Traherne Cruz, and Jamil Lundy. Let's continue to listen to Mr. Hussein.
In this country. And if they're going to try to tear down the Constitution, we're going to defend the Constitution. My Minnesota neighbors and friends, I have a message for you. My message to you is that we are on the clock as the rest of the nation watches us. They told us that we would not be able to do what we did today. And they told us that we would not be able to do what we did last Friday. But I have a message to the rest of the country. Minnesota is leading. What are you doing? Minnesotans are braving the coldest temperatures to stand up for each other. What are you doing in your community? With our whistles and our warm hearts and our mittens, we're standing up for our neighbors. What are you doing in your community? America, if Minnesota is standing for you, standing for the democracy, we ask for the rest of you to stand with Minnesota. This moment calls for courage. This moment also calls for hope. And I ask every single one of you, do not leave the streets. Stay in the streets. Stay in this fight. And I want you to take some time this week to check in on each other. I will tell you, I have never seen Minnesota the way we are now. I have seen people hugging each other randomly in the streets. I have people who are talking to each other. I have seen people who are so deeply moved that they are responding to their neighbors like never before. Minnesota, this moment is only making us stronger. This moment is only making us stronger. This moment is only making us more resilient. This moment is making us to be the best of America. In this moment, we are sharing to the rest of the country that we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for each other. And we are fighting for a future where all people are not illegal, that every single person is dignified. And when we say ICE is out, we don't mean leave Minnesota. We say it ends here in Minnesota. We created the right recipe to fight ICE. It's a warm heart, a whistle, and a community that has radical love for each other. That is how we fight ICE. There is a generation yet to be born, and they will be told about this moment. They will be told about this day. And they will be told that when they came for all of us, Minnesotans woke up in the coldest, woke up in the cold, the right shoes and the right hat, and they stood up on every street and every corner to fight fascism. And so my message to the countless people that still love to watch this, there are many people who romanticize about the time of Dr. King and the civil rights era. This is our civil rights era. This is our moment to stand up. This is our moment. And we speak to a generation yet to be born. We stood up so you can be free. We stood up so that no more in this country fascism can survive. And to President Trump and the others, you came for us. You came for us, but we are right here. We are right here. Just a couple of weeks ago, little man Bavino came to Minnesota not knowing anything about us. But just like any other good Minnesotans, all we did is de-ice that little man back to where he came from. And that is the message that we have for all the fascists and the supporters. Minnesotans will de-ice you. And this moment is our moment. And victory is around the corner. Stay on the streets. Demand justice. Fight for your neighbor. Be a Minnesotan. This is our
You just heard remarks from CARE Minnesota Director Jelani Hussein. CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations.
Keep on moving to the far side area. Let's fill it up. Because who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? Get out the way! Get out the way! I get out the way! Get out the way!
Yep. Max, that was Jelani Hussein there, and now it looks like they're and I believe we may have just lost Max's camera here there momentarily. You're back with me now. It looked like they were riffing on a Ludacris song there from the 90s and inserting some lyrics about ice in there. You just heard from Jelani Hussein, the executive director of CARE Minnesota. CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. If you've been tuning in to the afternoon shift's coverage of this ongoing story over the last several weeks, you've been hearing a lot from Mr. Hussein. He's delivered a number of speeches, really sort of one of the most forefront Somali members of the Minneapolis-St. Paul community. Also mentioning there about his time at the federal courthouse in St. Paul, where he was there when Traherne Cruz, Jamil Lundy, and journalist there's a lot going on in my head right now. Georgia Fort were all released earlier today. You saw that situation play out in real time right here on the afternoon shift. Again, ongoing march in downtown Minneapolis, the second straight Friday that we've had an ice out march in this community in downtown Minneapolis. The difference between last Friday and this Friday is this one is a nationwide march. We've been having pictures come in from New York that we've been putting up as well of a march that's taking place there down in lower Manhattan. Let's listen in. This looks like the Commons area right outside US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Now
exploitation, and you will create the world we want to see. We will be organized and have learned lessons from the movement of the past and today. A future where issues we face, like our neighbors being thrown into detention centers and our environment being dismantled, won't exist. We need more. We need everyone is cared for us and has everything they need, not just to survive, but also to thrive. Thank you, Chief Glitch.
Make some noise! Our next speaker is Christos from the University of Minnesota Grad Labor Union.
What's up, Minnesota? My name is Christos Harakas. I am a chef, a researcher, a teacher, a union member, but most of all, I am a Minnesotan! And I am so proud to be a Minnesotan! This last year has been especially difficult for us, and yet we remain strong! This is the 6th time I've been out in the cold, surrounded by hundreds to hundreds of thousands of friends and neighbors! But that is just the surface of the resistance we've mounted. Community members of all ages patrol our streets to protect their neighbors. Food drive after food drive. Large groups of neighbors surrounding ICE, giving legal knowledge, whistling, honking, recording, sacrificing their physical well-being, and even their lives. Minnesotans have proven their morals. Minnesotans have proven their love. Minnesotans have proven their grit. And we have revealed our culture. This culture of grit, reciprocal care, and resistance is winning! We have not won, not even close. We have killed the momentum of a fascist regime that previously seemed unstoppable. The new check on his power was his own morals. We proved him wrong! He left guns and grenades and mace and LRADs and baton and gas, so much gas, in the face. And we showed this administration that the Minnesotan people were a check on his power. Kind of power, people power. I said this atop a garbage bin at the intersection of 26th and Nicollet, just feet away from where Alex Preddy was murdered. This is our city! Whose city? Whose city? Whose city? I'm from the east side of St. Paul. My second pappy. I now work at the University of Minnesota. I play kidnapping, terror, disappearing, and deportation. So my plea to all the Minnesotans here is to not let up. It is cold, it is long, but we will stay strong until ICE gets every single agent out of Minnesota! Our last speaker is Abdul, who's a Somali business owner at Carmel Mall. He shut it down! Hello. My name is Abdul. I'm a small business owner in Carmel Mall. Do you guys know where's the Carmel Mall? Where? I'm a community organizer. 2 days ago, we lost Alex, ICU nurse, and we're not gonna forget that. And today we're making history. This is not just Minneapolis or Minnesota. This is every state of this nationwide. Two lives behind the families, communities. That's unforgettable. Families are crying and grief. Across this nation, people hear our message and they're standing us. We are more united. They say we hear you and we stand with you. And today, January 3rd, the message became action. Today, January 3rd, we are calling nationwide shutdown, and they become shutdown, Schools and businesses, communities standing together in solidarity. Fear is spreading through our communities. ICE action fueled fear in our neighborhood. Families are afraid to go work. Parents afraid to take their kids to school. Because a few days ago, we witnessed 5-year-old kids. They're taken to Texas. We are not going to accept any more for that. We are Minnesotans more united. Not divide. Bovino out! Bye-bye, Bovino! Bye-bye, Bovino! Who's next? Bye-bye! Who's next? Bye-bye! Make some noise for Abdul! I was joking earlier before. We have one more speaker. 50-51 Minnesota. So I got my steps in today. And I still got a fire in my belly. We gather as a community that is united. A community that is united with purpose. Fear is being used as a weapon. Lives are being treated as disposable. We reject this violence, fear, and murder. We will not be quiet. We will not
will not look away. We protect each other. We will organize. We will march. We will rally. We will document. We will be resilient. We are Minnesota strong. We are America's North Star. So continue to stand up and shut it down.
You're hearing a number of speakers there at the Commons in downtown Minneapolis. The speaker before this was a man by the name of Abdul, who owns a store inside Carmel Mall. If that name rings a bell to you, that's where Representative Ilhan Omar spoke on Wednesday. Of course, on Tuesday, she was hosting a town hall where she was sprayed with a substance that we now know was a apple cider sort of vinegar substance by a man that was in attendance at that town hall. And then the following day, her and a representative from Massachusetts, Ayanna Pressley, both spoke at Carmel Mall. Carmel Mall hit significantly by ice here recently. A number of the stores that have been there have taken a huge hit by ICE's presence in Minnesota and their interactions with a lot of the people that work there. Let's check back in with Max. I know somebody's speaking there. It's very loud. Hopefully you can hear me, Max. Can you tell the people what you're seeing and hearing from the people around you? Yeah, and like I said, it's very loud where he is right now. He's in the Commons, which is right outside U.S. Bank Stadium. You can see it there in the background. That is where this large rally is taking place. The Commons, an area in between 5th Avenue and Park Avenue. Portland Avenue runs right through it, in between the cross streets of South 4th Street and South 5th Street, right in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. That's where all of these people are gathered. You see a chopper image there on the upper left. That's U.S. Bank Stadium, and overhead of that, and then the Commons right below it. A number of speakers here talking. The most notable one that you heard from was Jelani Hussein. Jelani Hussein is the executive director of CAIR Minnesota, CAIR, C-A-I-R, the Council on American Islamic Relations. Mr. Hussein has been an outspoken leader, not just on the ISIS presence in Minnesota, but we heard a lot from him in December with a lot of the fraud coverage that we were having as it pertained to the White House and the Somali community here in the Twin Cities. Mr. Hussein had a large speaking role of that. Mr. Hussein also spoke yesterday during the press conference that was put on by Nakima Levy Armstrong. Of course, Nakima was arrested last Thursday, and in conjunction with her presence at the city's church protest in St. Paul on Sunday, January 18th. She spoke publicly for the first time yesterday, alongside a member of the St. Paul School Board that was also arrested there. Jelani Hussein also spoke as part of that, and if you were watching the afternoon shift yesterday, you would have heard all of those speeches. We carried that press conference live, which took place merely blocks away from where the Commons is, just at Hennepin County Government Center, just a few blocks away from where this is located. Okay, let's check back in with Max here one more time to see if he can hear me. Max, can you hear us here in Studio 9? And if you can, what are you hearing? What are you seeing from some of your fellow people that are out there? And again, very, very loud there, and probably not tremendous cell phone reception either. It looks like we've lost Max's camera. Welcome back here inside Studio 9. I'm Adam Lorenz. We're right at the bottom of the hour. It's 4:30, and if you've been tuning into the afternoon shift today, and you've been with us since 2 o'clock in a special extended edition of our show, we've been covering this ICE Out in Minnesota protest from wall to wall. It started at 2 o'clock, and since it seems the crowds have dispersed ever so slightly there. Again, this is a live picture of the Commons. That's the Armory that you see right there in the background. And even our Fox 9 camera is out right there. Yep, this is a chopper image looking down at U.S. Bank Stadium and then the Commons where you see all of those people gathering. This march starting at 2 o'clock went up along Washington Avenue, and then the marchers moved on Washington, marched down Portland Avenue. So they were moving west to east on Washington and then began moving south on Portland, and they have ended up right there in the Commons. Of course, Portland Avenue basically splitting the Commons. You can see Portland right there, the two snowy areas, if you will. That's Portland Avenue right in the middle of it. Fifth Avenue to the west, Park Avenue to the east, and then 4th Street to the north and 5th Street to the south. That's where all of this is kind of taking place in that general vicinity. Usually this area filled with such joy during Vikings home games. I see it firsthand myself. There's large booths and kids are running around and food trucks and whatnot. Obviously a much different tone today. This, of course, also taking place on a very cold January day here in Minnesota, 9 degrees outside right now. And you're seeing all of these people out there protesting ICE's presence in the Twin Cities. So like I said, this protest has been going on now for about 2.5 hours. If you've been with us since 2 o'clock, we've been covering it from wall to wall. And like I said, maybe the crowd has dispersed ever so slightly from where it was maybe at its height, which was probably around 2:30, 2:45. It's probably dispersed a little bit since then. Let's bring in Grace to the conversation. Grace.
Yeah, I mean, we heard from these speakers that they want people to stay out there. They want people to continue to march and have their voices heard. And yeah, we've been losing a couple of our shots. It's pretty cold outside, so Paul is with me right here. We're working on getting another one up for you guys. But yeah, you're doing a great job just kind of walking us through. And yeah, if you could kind of just talk about again like what you heard maybe from the speakers who spoke earlier, and also maybe fill us in a little bit about what happened with Georgia Fort, because back here we saw Don Lemon actually being released from the courthouse in Los Angeles.
Oh,
so,
wow.
We couldn't take it at the time, but yeah, maybe if you could fill us in on that for a little bit.
And again, if you've been with us here since 2 o'clock, you got to see some extraordinary breaking news happening right here live on the afternoon shift. So let's run back overnight here. Pam Bondi, if you were with us yesterday, the two big arrests that they made in conjunction with the city's church protest was Nikema Levy Armstrong, a local community organizer here, Chantel Allen, a member of the St. Paul School Board. There was a couple of other arrests made. William Kelly, who we think is at downtown inside the Commons right now. We can't confirm that, but we're pretty sure he's there. He was also arrested, released last Friday. The two of those two ladies, Miss Levy Armstrong, Miss Allen, spoke publicly for the first time yesterday since their arrest. Then happening overnight, so less than 24 hours from those remarks that were made by those two, Pam Bondi, U.S. Attorney General, came out and announced the arrest of 4 additional people. Ex-CNN journalist, and there, I just mentioned William Kelly. That appears to be him there. You see on the bottom right, the bearded individual with the construction vest. Can't confirm that that's him, but we believe that that's him. Let's continue here. Let's listen into the speaker.
So my point is, there is a necessary shift in the way in which this country has been moving, and the people who are watching this all happen online. Yeah. If you have not been in the streets yet, if you're not organizing with your neighbors, if you're not talking to your friends about how do you respond to this moment, I don't know what else you can do. That part. Because one day we will wake up and say it's too late. Come on, that part, bro. We have so much time to push back on this administration. Come on. So we call out to anyone all over this country, if you're repping a red or blue, or if you're a Democrat or Republican, if you're Asian, African American, Muslim, Christian, whatever, we need to stand up. Because if we do not stand up, the things that you take for granted today will be taken from you and your family. Come on. And your family will be in a jail cell tomorrow. Come on. Say it, bro. So the question remains, how do we stand up in multiple couple ways. We stand up by supporting our neighbors. We stand up by pushing these politicians to actually protect us. We stand up by keeping our folks safe, because who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
History rewards the brave.
Come on.
And I know, I was like, this is the first moment I felt safe. I have been operating off of the fear of the loss of my loved ones, the kidnapping and abduction of my friends. But I took that fear hard and I moved it into my feet and I got the movement. The call to action isn't to do everything, it's to stand up and do something. Come on.
Yes, that's right.
And if Jamil was out here, if Trayhern was out here, if Georgia was out here, they would tell you, stand up and do something. Their freedom, and the freedom of all those who do the work of journalism, who do the work of community organizing, stands at the feet of everyday Americans. Those who don't want to be political. I don't get into politics, but politics gets inside of you. The clock is ticking. And if you pick up the call, you got an entire community here in Minnesota who's showing you how to do it. You got a whole community here in Minnesota that you can join. Like I said, history rewards the brave, and the future will be built. The future will be built by communities just like the one standing behind me.
Come on now.
Free Georgia, free Trayhern, free Jamil.
If you just got here, make sure that you are sharing, telling people to show up. The hearing is at 1:30 on the inside, but we're gonna hold it down on the outside. What up, bro? We're gonna hold it down on the outside. But what I want you all to remember, right, is we are only 1 year away from when Nakima, Jelani, and Monique, and many others stood in front of Target. Come on, sis, come on up here with us. Stood up and said, we need a boycott. And what I want you all to know is that keep going and supporting Target and say that you don't support the tyranny that we are under. For my music lovers, you can't keep playing Nicki Minaj and supporting her while she's playing in our face and supporting tyranny. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not a TV show. We are under attack. And it could be any one of us. We still have neighbors that are afraid to come out of their house, that are not getting food, that are trying to provide for their babies and they can no longer work because they are afraid. It's time to abolish ICE. We didn't take heed in 2020 when our brothers and sisters were saying it's time to defund the police. Because that's going to be something we still got to deal with. Because the same terror that our immigrant brothers and sisters are facing right now with ICE is the same terror that brown people have been experiencing under police for a century. It's not a joke. It's not a drill. Look at my brother Leg. We got another journalist that's about to speak to you all who has been out here just trying to report. If y'all remember on Saturday after Alex was killed, there were journalists that were being tear gassed. Truth telling is under attack. And if you don't speak up, no matter who you are, corporate, faith, journalists, like Rod said, no matter if you Muslim, if you Christian, if you Buddhist, if you black, if you white, if you indigenous, if you Asian, it don't matter. And I want to just make sure you all remember that this is a global issue. This is a connection of Palestine and the Congo and everywhere all over, in Venezuela, Sudan, Ukraine. It's not a joke. It's not a drill. Let's hear from another journalist, King Demetrius.
I just want to thank all you all for being out here, because as we can see what's going on, first is one of our demands to make sure that they free Georgia Ford along with all the other individuals who was basically falsely arrested. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage for the church, right? Where's the outrage for the church that they said they stormed? Where's the outrage with them? right? Where's the outrage on that? Because of what they doing to people, and they going to their houses and terrorizing them in front of their children as well.
That's right.
A man once said, you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution. Come on! So I just want you all to know, while we're out here, while we're being tear gassed, while we're being pepper sprayed, while we're being shot at with canister cans, all this stuff, I want you to know that we're making history. Greg Lovano indicated that Minnesota is well organized. Yeah. And when he called for help, he said, send them all. Send them all. Send them all. Because you know why? Because we're here. We're making a difference. They just pull the blanket off of Georgia and her family and all the independent media and all the people that they arrested. That's letting you know the power that they have. These are powerful people that they're coming after for speaking power to truth.
That's right.
So I want you all to get organized and do things peacefully. But we got to remember now, this is not just about protesters. This is about the election. Let's be clear about that. He want to change Minnesota from blue to red. He want to do an insurrection right here in Minnesota. So pay attention and be aware. And all you protesters or whoever that's coming out here, please dress warm. Please let your family members know 5 different people where you're at. That's right. Please share your social media. Right. And also, I ask this question. Why are you all taking individuals' phones and keeping them when you arrest them? Yeah. You're taking their data, you're taking their information, and you're impeding on their privacy. Where's the First Amendment? Where's the Second Amendment? It's all about us, you all. And we're going to do what we got to do by any means necessary. That part. I see y'all.
Pictures there from downtown Minneapolis. Those individuals were speaking right as I was talking about when we went to them live. These arrests that took place overnight. There were 4 people arrested. Don Lemon, you probably know him from CNN. He was a host there at the cable news network. Georgia Fort, a local Minnesota-based journalist. And then 2 others, Traherne Cruz, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Minnesota, and Jamil Lundy, who works for the Hennepin County's Attorney's Office, and just 15 days ago announced that he's running for Minnesota State Senate as a DFL candidate. Those 4 people were arrested overnight. The U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced those arrests. Grace just told me about 5 minutes ago that Don Lemon was released from custody in Los Angeles at the federal courthouse there in downtown L.A., Don Lemon, of course, there, Grace, to cover the Grammy Awards on Sunday, and I know you all saw those pictures happen live.
Yeah, we saw just images coming from Los Angeles. We even saw Jane Fonda spoke before Don Lemon, and there were signs, respect the First Amendment, respect reporters, protect reporters. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't able to listen into what he said, but I'm sure he had some pretty remarkable things to say. But yeah, I mean, it was almost 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago, we saw firsthand Georgia Fort being released. We heard from the wife of, remind me the journalist.
Yes, the wife of Jamil Lundy. That wife, she's on the St. Paul City Council, Anika Bowie.
Yeah, and we heard her speak, and it's very compelling. Working in a newsroom at this time, I know from Fox 9, everyone here is trying their best to, report truthful, accurate information. And yeah, I think lots of journalists are doing good work and trying to, make sure everyone's voices are heard, and that we're responsibly covering what's happening in the state of Minnesota, because it's obviously very big news that people are very interested in.
Absolutely. And national news, like you said, that literally we got to see play out in real time right here. The big headline is all 4 of those people that were arrested by Pam Bondi's department have since been released. It seems like Don Lemon was the last of them to be released there, but all 4 of them are now out of custody. All of this taking place literally concurrently as this march is going on. And again, you're seeing live pictures. That's the Commons in downtown Minneapolis, an area right outside U.S. Bank Stadium, a public park, if you will, normally filled with in the summertime, food trucks and people, and during Vikings home games, lots of activity and whatnot, and people tailgating and having a good time. And there you see that's a major metro light rail station just right. It looks like the tip of US Bank Stadium is almost pointing to it. That's a major light rail station right there. The Juvenile Justice Center, that red building there to the left, the Armory, the curve-shaped building over there. So these are all landmarks that we all know and love, Grace, in downtown Minneapolis, where all this is taking place.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are beautiful shots that we're getting in from the chopper. And the crowd is dispersed for pretty much dispersed. It's definitely smaller than we've seen before. But we're just gonna sit on the beautiful shot of the chopper and go to break.
Yeah.
And then coming up, the 5 o'clock news will be happening pretty soon. But yeah, we'll just sit on this chopper for a bit and eventually go to break.
Sounds good. Welcome back here to the afternoon shift on this extraordinary day, Friday, January 30th. It's 4:49 here in Minneapolis, and there is a live image of downtown Minneapolis, the Commons, you see those two snowy areas. Right next, you see Minneapolis City Hall there, the green building with the green roof, the Armory, building we all know and love, and, of course, the tip of U.S. Bank Stadium right there. The Commons was sort of the destination of this ice-out protest that took place today. Was a very large protest, folks. It's since dispersed quite a bit, but it marched west to east on Washington, then moved south on Portland, and Portland is that road that splits the Commons right there in between 5th and Park, and that's where a rally took place right at the Commons with a bunch of people, and it seems like the crowds have since dispersed. You see traffic seems to be moving there on Washington Avenue, but just beautiful live images of our downtown area on an extraordinary day here in Minneapolis. The second straight Friday of an ice-out protest. Last Friday, we saw tens of thousands of people. Today, maybe not as many as last Friday, but this one, a nationwide event, protests taking place in New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Chicago, just to name a few cities where big events have been had. We're going to bring you all the way to the Fox 9 News at 5 o'clock, which is about to start here in about 8 minutes from now. But in the meantime, Grace, let's get into, we'll put a little bit of a lighter note on it to talk some sports, but it's not too light of a note for GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. He was fired by the Vikings today, the general manager of the team. Some pretty big news that broke this afternoon.
Okay, this is going to be a dumb question. Dumb question. You ready? What exactly does a general manager do for a team?
Sure. So a general manager really works in conjunction with the head coach, which Kwesi and KOC were hired the exact same year to make draft picks, to trade players, to negotiate contracts, to re-sign players. One of the best general managers right now in the NFL is John Schneider. John Schneider is a St. Paul native, an alumnus of the University of St. Thomas. He's the general manager of the Seattle Seahawks, who will be playing in the Super Bowl 9 days from today, next Sunday. Kwesi felt his tenure as a GM with the Vikings has officially ended today, scarred by a lot of decisions that a lot of people are kind of speculating, was it the right decision or not today? If you're a Vikings fan, and I just mentioned John Schneider with the Seahawks, of course, he rolled the dice and bet on Sam Darnold, who led the Vikings last year to a remarkable regular season record. I think their record was 13-4. Struggled a little bit there at the end of the season. They had a chance to win the division against Detroit. They lost that game, and then the wild card round against the Rams in Los Angeles, they lost that, and then said goodbye to Sam Darnold. He goes to the Seahawks, and now they're in the Super Bowl. Kwesi rolling the dice with his draft pick, J.J. McCarthy, didn't exactly pan out like the Vikings wanted to this season. J.J. McCarthy, 10 starts, 11 passing touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. You'd like to have more touchdowns, obviously, than INTs. And so that's my speculation, is that because of J.J.'s poor play and really his lack of being on the field, that Kwesi kind of became the scapegoat and all of it for this kind of less than desirable season. Did not win a playoff game as GM, 0-2 record. Went to the playoffs twice, 2022 and 2024, but 0 playoff wins, and missed the playoffs this year. So at the end of the Kwesi era with the Vikings.
Well, I hope it's for the better. I really do. It seems like he's being used as a scapegoat, like you said, but do they have any word on who potentially could take over?
We'll see. I mean, it's a big stretch here in the NFL. Obviously, the Super Bowl next Sunday, but after the Super Bowl, it's almost like immediate combine prep begins. The Senior Bowl is going on this weekend in Mobile, Alabama. The Combine in Indianapolis is happening next month. And then in April, the NFL Draft will be taking place, and that's where the GM has a huge role during the NFL Draft. So the Vikings will want to move quickly to try to get their next GM into place within the next several weeks. So him and Coach O'Connell and Mark Wilf, the owner, can all be on the same page going into this draft. This is a very important draft for the Vikings to really nail some picks, because that was the other big knock against Kwesi, was that he really struggled to nail picks. So big draft ahead for the Vikings, and a bunch of big weeks ahead for the team as well.
I gotcha. There's been a lot of news today. I mean, besides, the big protest that's been happening along with the Vikings firing their general manager. I don't know. I'm sure you've heard. I'm very sad about this, but Catherine O'Hara has passed at the age of 71. you've seen Home Alone,
I
right,
have.
Adam? Okay, good.
I have.
Okay, good. I mean, she's just iconic. Everything that
Iconic.
she does, Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek. I mean, she's just a legend. So it's amongst, all the crazy news to lose a legend like her. It's a sad thing.
Yeah, an iconic scene in Home Alone involving her was her running through O'Hare Airport there in Chicago, and O'Hare Airport putting out a very nice post on Instagram and Twitter today with her picture and basically saying rest in peace with that image. And you could still go to that same main hallway in O'Hare. I think it's the United Terminal there, and it doesn't look that different than it did with Home Alone. And I thought that was a really nice tribute that ORD did. And yeah, you're right. Catherine O'Hara passed away at the age of 71 earlier today. Definitely will be missed. Certainly a legend. And if you watch movies around Christmas time, I mean, you are bound to see her face for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, she definitely will be missed. And, it's a headline that there's just been a lot of headlines that I feel like have kind of just been swept under the rug. And, when you have huge news like the ice activity in Minnesota, it's hard to, balance telling, other stories and things like that. But I'm sure the 5 o'clock news tonight will have a lot of images and sound from the march that we all just watched for the past 3 hours. We've been on the air for 3 hours. It's a very long time. But we also know that Paul Bloom is going to be talking about the journalists who were arrested, of course, and then released about 2 hours ago. And Corin was covering today the First Avenue concert where Bruce Springsteen, of course, made a surprise appearance, which was very exciting. I mean, the tickets were $25 and sold out in an instant. I was in the news meeting today, and Corin said he couldn't get his hand on a ticket. Like, he was trying to buy a ticket so that he could be in there and, get some video for us. But the tickets just sold out quickly, and there was a line out the door around the block at First Avenue. So it'll be quite the interesting newscast. Lots of really great stories with lots of colorful video and interesting sound. So it looks like today it's going to be Karen and Simone. But why don't you sign off for us? We have a weekend ahead to kind of rest and recover and recharge. But yeah, we'll be off in just about a minute.
Absolutely, and let's hope for a peaceful weekend here in Minneapolis. Of course, when we signed off last Friday, those extraordinary images in downtown Minneapolis of all the protesters kind of coming together and asking for ICE to leave. And then, of course, if you woke up Saturday morning, you probably woke up maybe even to the news of Alex Preddy's shooting in the Whittier neighborhood of Minneapolis. And Fox 9 had you covered from wall to wall all day Saturday. Let's hope for a peaceful weekend here in town, and for a peaceful end to all of this news that's been breaking. Maybe the turn of the page into the month of February on Sunday, it being February 1st. Maybe that'll spark some positive change coming up here. Okay, the Fox 9 News at 5 o'clock is about to begin, like Grace said, with Karen and Simone. Thank you so much for tuning into the afternoon shift today. What an extraordinary week of news that we brought to you, and an extraordinary episode that we had today. Our first ever time being on the air for 3 hours. We really do appreciate all your viewership, whether you're here in Minnesota or across the United States. We do appreciate you tuning in. For Grace, Paul, Max, I'm Adam Lorenz, signing off here from Studio 9. The Fox 9 5 o'clock news begins right now.